Journal entry, date 7/8/2017. Dear Journal, another Sunday wrapped up in the books, and had me doing a little bit of reflecting on certain things. Not everything, but certain things. Let's start off. I just watched the news and kind of understand that there are some people that have power need to have good sense. And currently I feel like we live in a country right now where people that are in power do not demonstrate good sense. And it makes me feel quite uncomfortable in this country. But that's just my opinion. Outside of that, I did most of my runs today on the road, doing Uber and Lyft. Felt like it was a kind of lackluster day. It didn't seem busy enough that people weren't requesting back to back and so on. Whereas sometimes I would have breaks of like 10 or 15 minutes before a request would pop in. Mind you, I was using both apps. So I kind of felt discouraged that it was not a good money-making day. Stopped by, saw a couple of friends, and one of which reminded me that as much as we do kind of have an attraction to each other, that our friendship is much more important. And I do understand that, I do respect that, and I do appreciate that. There's no doubt behind that at all. I will admit that there are many times in my past and in my present that way often, I should say, that I get the response of, "Oh, you are a wonderful person, you are a wonderful friend, and I don't want to mess anything up with that." And I get it. I understand it. And I don't know, after a while, after hearing it for so many times repeatedly, it gets discouraging from time to time, and it makes me feel like that I am not good partner material. And I know I shouldn't think like that. I really shouldn't think like that at all. But more oftentimes than not, when I feel like I look around at other people, I get the feeling that there's something that they have that I don't. And it could be for something in the lines of if they're more popular, if they're more financially well off, if they're better looking, if they're more muscular, or so on. And I honestly feel that a lot of times that I shouldn't let that get to me. I really shouldn't. But the reality to me is that I end up having to deal with the pretty people that are always about who they know or how they network and such. And after a while, it gets frustrating. I might not be a hot model. I might not be a individual with a master's degree in something, whatever the case may be. But damn it, let's face reality here. I know my personality. I am very caring. I am very understanding. And I am very giving. And a lot of times I feel either it's not appreciated or it's taken advantage of. I just wish there were more people in the world out there that could appreciate somebody with that wonderful personality. Because as I would love to be quoting from Judge Judy, that beauty fades, dumb is forever. And for those that don't understand that, here's my interpretation of that. More oftentimes, especially in the last good number of years, let me say five years or so, from 2012 on up to current. Maybe earlier than that, but I'm just using it as a reference point, where individuals like to use their looks or their charm or their financial influence or their power influence or something like that to get what they want by either means of charm and or intimidation. And honestly, there will come a point in time in people's lives, mine included, that this right here, or if somebody's really muscular and buff and stuff like that, that shallow beauty will eventually fade. And if you don't have it here in your mind, not intellect, but your mind, your consciousness, your sense of common sense, and you don't have it here in your heart, in your soul, in your sense of being kind and giving. I'm not saying always give. I'm not saying, but if you don't realize the fact that there are people that are better and that there are people that are worse off, and you should be at least realize that exists and not treat it negatively. Overall, just be a good person, even to those that you don't know, even to those that have done you wrong and such. If we had more people like that, then I think beauty would last a lot longer. Because let's be real, dumb indeed is forever. And to me, if you do those type of things, you spread it on to others. And that's why I kind of hold true to that phrase. Beauty fades, dumb is forever. But that's all I have right now. This will end my journal for today. I will try to post on more consistently. Again, this is only my second. And I want to try to get to an everyday thing and keep it so it's a journal for myself, but at the same time, I'm not trying to keep it private. It's time for me to be more open. And to do that, rip off all the filters. That's all there is to it. And now we're at my entry for today.